Good evening, good evening. We got ourselves a student game here, 1400 level performance, not bad. And let's just get into it. Student is black. Uh, so opponent already starting with a bad opening, never a great sign. And student is just playing very sensible, just piling on a lot of pieces in the middle. And now there's an error here, and it's a question of how to exploit this. There could be a lot of possibilities here. Mm, but how does Black really release the Kraken right now? How does he do it? Bishop here seems to be easily met. A knight capture there is obviously interesting. But let's just see. Okay, it was a cracker, f5. f5's a Kraken move. The only reason why I would okay, a5 clearly not on the point. You have to play where the game is at. Remember, the game has to be somewhere here. I was thinking f6 potentially to threaten to capture here and open this up. But f5, I mean, what if he doesn't take on Passat? And how? So you sacrifice the knight. Yeah, so you're playing this style of chess that you go all in and you have to know how to follow it up. It's not an easy way to play if you're not that good. Let's just say. Okay. So yeah, I think here was a chance to a time to now defend and solidify the base. So there's a pawn. You have to keep those central pawns. Remember that. Remember those central pawns are really vital. Okay, you're still in the lead, but you lost a central pawn. That's not nothing. And yeah, this is a forgivable move, but one has to note that there's no break. There's no pawn break to really crack it open with. So it is just a bad move because you're losing a pawn here, potentially losing a tempo here. Lots of stuff going on. I think that's a great move. I agree. I agree. Now I would take it. Yeah. Okay, this is a little premature. First take it, then see about other things. But it's also saucy. Okay, this is good. This is fine. Now things are getting a little bit juicy. Definitely bishop here comes to mind. Knight capture is interesting. There's rook check. A little bit tricky, but I think bishop there is the best safe and good move. Always look for those safe and good moves. This is not at all scary. This is also a solid move. Losing the plot a little bit. Let's see, how much time did you spend on this? Not very much time. Just the queen is not a piece you want to even attack right now. She's doing nothing really here. So just let her be on the side peacefully while you play where the game is at. So it's getting very messy, and a computer still wants to see the knight sack, but and it's definitely playable because now there's pawn captures back, queen captures with check, and some kind of stuff like this potentially. So it's definitely promising, but admittedly not super obvious how to continue. Uh, Now black has many options, many good options. He's totally in the clear, very safe. This is probably the safest move. It facilitates a queen trade and maintains the pressure on over here. So that's what I think is good. But computer prefers the bishop capture, allowing this to go. Then bishop capture check, and then coming in here with a checkmate, or otherwise if the knight captures, then coming in here with a check and doing something after that. Something funky. Uh oh, sorry, this is not as safe as I thought it was. I forgot about this whole thing here. Huh. Anyway, now it's very clear cut, and a good finish. Clear cut and a good finish. So, what's the main point to take away here? The moves like a5. Yeah, here you have to recognize at this point in the game that White has expended a lot of tempo towards a nothing, essentially. And the cost of all of that is that you have this massive developmental lead going on here, and you've got to use it now. If you don't use it, you lose it. So this lost it actually, but I mean, lost the advantage. I mean, but admittedly, not an easy move to figure out here. Not an easy move, and my personal vote was leaning towards f6, which is also playable. Also playable, I guess, in retrospect. Yeah, and computer line would be to go here and sacrifice a pawn, basically. Yeah. All right. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Cheers.